In this video, I'm going to show how to connect the grandmother to the mother 32 from Moog, and then how to connect the mother 32 to the DFAM also from Moog, and just some ways that we can get this put together. There's many different ways that you can set this up. So this is just one idea using a few different options. So right now I'm gonna get a sequence. I'm gonna record down something really quickly. Let's go to record. I'll pick my octave sequence 1 and we'll do some note entry. So rest, and let's do a accent and tie. Whoops, I missed a tie there. That's okay. Rest. And let's do another tie. I have like so many notes that I can enter into the sequence. I think it's like 256 or something like that. Yeah, it's more than enough. So now I have that recorded. I'm going to go to sequence and I'm going to get this started. So. I'm into that. I can use that. So now I have that 5-pin MIDI output plugged into the 5-pin MIDI input on the mother 32. And that means that those notes are going to track. So get that going there. We'll play with the sound so we can hear that. Definitely pretty strange stuff going on. But now I want to create a sequence on the mother 32 that's going to play along with the grandmother just to make them work a little bit better with one another. So let's go and do shift, record, and now we can do some note entry on the mother 32. And let's do a rest. Another rest. And let's go lower. And accent, and let's go up in an octave, 4 or 5, rest, 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 rest. All right, that's going to be weird. I'm going to do some changes to the sound to make that sound a little bit better as we go. Oh my. That's really cool though. All right, so I'm into that. Now, if I wanted to carve that further, I could go shift, step, and then I'll see where all the notes are. And I can check out the different parts of the sequence as well. And so then I can do changes. So here's my 1 to 8 part, right? And so I can take out notes. I can go to 3 to 16, and I can take out that one. So let's hear how that sounds. Less is more, almost always. Okay, so now we have that going. I'm going to now show that with my grandmother, when I press play through the 5-pin MIDI output, it's going to trigger the mother 32. So the volume's down here. Now, if I want the mother 32 to start on the 1, I press my reset accent button, or reset in that case, and now it's going to sound like. The reset's cool because you can use it for performance, to stutter into things. And now I'm going to get the grandmother sequence working as well. So I'm going to go play hold, and I'm going to press this F on the 1. Very strange stuff indeed. And my play will now stop the sequence. Now that I have my grandmother and my mother 32 talking to each other, I'd like to get my mother 32 to control my DFAM and to send the clock information, or in another way to say, like, to control the playback, how fast it plays back, and whether or not it's in sync. So to do that, I'm just going to grab this cable for after. I need to get into the menu settings if I've never done this before. If I've done this, it will stick each time I fire it up. So this is a one-time shot. I'm going to go Shift, Accent, and set end 8 simultaneously. Like that. Oops, I didn't do it good enough. There we go. Now I'm going to use my arrows, and I'm going to pick the first bank. And I know that in 1, I want to set that to function 2. So now I have that entered in there, and I'm going to go Shift and 8 and get out of there. So now essentially what I've done is I've taken the assign and I've set that up to do the advanced clock information. So I can go advanced clock on my DFAM, and now the transport is going to be overridden by that input. So that means I can press run stop and it won't play. But first off, let's make sure that we advance it to 8. And then on my Mother 32, I'm going to press reset to get that to the start of its sequence. So now when I press play, everything will be locked in on the 1. Let's press run stop to get it ready. And on my grandmother transport, I'm going to press play and get this going. Now I didn't have the volume up on the DFAM, but you can see the sequence is running, so it's going to be already locked in. I like how that sounds. And my transport on the grandmother will stop the entire kit. Now everything is controlled by my grandmother. I hope that helps you set up your rig. Thanks for watching my videos.